So we are here with Goblin Hovel before their CD release show.
Rosgraj.
Want to introduce yourselves and what you do in the band?
I am Dan Barbarian, and I do lead vocals and live rhythm guitar.
I am the Nameless Goblin. I do bass and lead harsh vocals.
I am Peta. I do electric banjo and mandolin.
I'm Rob Beard. I do lead guitar and some backing vocals.
All right, so on Bandcamp, you have about 17,000 releases.
And I tried so hard to be accurate in our last.
That's lowballing it. That's lowballing it. Okay.
Yeah.
So by my count, you guys started in the 60s
Yeah.
to have 20 albums out, right?
Yes,
Oh God, we might as well have. Yeah.
We hold ritual sacrifices and feast on the blood of small children to
Derek's a
prolong
time
our
lord.
life and
Look, that shit hasn't happened since 2010, and you know it.
I mean, to have that many albums and start then, you look very young.
yes.
You know, the secret is smoking a lot of tobacco and drinking straight bourbon. That'll preserve you for life.
Yes.
So this is the new record. It's very dark. Is it showing up?
Yep.
What is it called?
Gobish Kavrot. It is a Gobish word, meaning the wrath of the goblins.
Did you name it that so people wouldn't be able to pronounce it?
Exactly, yes. In fact, that's kind of why I created the whole of the Gobish language, is because, well, I can't fluently speak any other language, like real language, and I just had an experience like, you know, I like Korpiklani songs. I like some of the Opeth songs in Swedish, and I didn't need to understand any of the lyrics, so I thought, why not give that experience to literally the rest of the world, and they'll be able to enjoy the music without understanding.
So you made up these words?
Yes.
Okay, all right. Then I don't feel bad not being able to pronounce them.
No, don't worry about it. It's a synthesis of like German, Swedish, English grammar, a little bit of Korean in terms of the pictographic depictions. And you thought I was making this up, but no, seriously, that's what I did.
Anytime I show our lyrics to one of my friends who's a linguistics nerd, it's a very fun rabbit hole for them to go down.
All I know is it's a bitch trying to say the song titles on the air when you play your songs.
Oh yeah. Sometimes that can be a problem. I'm sorry.
If you could simplify them to say Stan or hello,
Okay.
I miss you.
Okay, I'm not Blink-182. I'm not Eminem, although I wish I was Eminem sometimes. But no.
Not even, I didn't know those were songs.
Oh,
To tell you the truth.
Well, damn, you just happened to hit the nail on the head, I guess.
I was thinking hello by
Adele?
yes. Why do you know that? I can't-
Shut up, damn barbarian.
Are you gonna do a cover tune of that?
We might. He and I had originally kicked around the idea of doing a cover of Hello Kitty by Avril Lavigne, and then we realized it would sound creepy coming from us.
It's also been done before.
Yeah, so like
The song hasn't aged well either.
no, it really hasn't. It really has not.
Where did the name Goblin Hovel come from?
There are two full answers to this. The simple one was I used to be in a band called Gnome Hut, and when I went solo from them, my pseudonym with them was always Goblin. So I was like, I could do something Goblin with an H at the end and make it work. And I remembered that I'd been talking to a Christian preacher the day before who told me that because I was drinking and smoking, I was making a hovel of the house of God like my body. So I was like, oh, that's just freaking perfect, isn't it? That's Goblin Hovel. There we go. So that's how I decided on the name.
Preacher's been crying in their cereal ever since.
He's missing a finger now and still resides at Allegheny College, so you tell me who came off the worst from it.
Fair enough.
And when did this start?
This started in 2010 when I just fucked around in the woods with a couple of my boys, and that was the origin of it all.
All right. And how has this lineup come together? Is it just the four of you?
It's one more. Our drummer is missing from here. He's been in and out. He's also in a suit. But
Somewhere around these parts.
he will be playing tonight. I hope.
He's the lead drummer.
He is the lead drummer.
Yeah. I mean, without him, there's no drumming.
So we all met in different points. So basically the way it happened was we all were playing the same folk metal festival back in the day. Me and the drummer who's with us now, we were in a lineup of the band. I met his drunk ass playing a game of kickball. I won't go into the awkward details of that, but I barely managed to understand him telling me his name and keep up with him later. He was a different story. I could never forget him because I saw his original band perform at that festival, and I was so blown away by his vocals. Like, I was talking to him before, like, you know, before the show I was like, oh yeah, what's up? I saw it, I was afraid to talk to him. I could not look him in the eyes because I'm like, he is so amazing, I can't even begin.
What band was that?
This was with Hounds of Anon,
Who changed their name to Myth Begotten 2 years ago.
who is still around to this day. Check him out.
Alright.
But eventually I gathered up the courage to ask him into the band. I met him.
And I was stoked, just
Yeah.
because I love Goblin Hovel.
I met him and his wife through him. I just went over to their apartment in Rochester to jam one day, met the two of them, and I don't even know what happened. Like, it all just kind of fell into place at that
I think I just pulled out a banjo at some point and I was like, yeah, this is weird.
Yeah, I was like, oh, you can do this. Okay, join in. Why not? We're looking for more weird instruments.
So this lineup has been together for how long?
This lineup has been together for about, what, like a couple of years, I think?
3 at this point.
Three at
I was
this point,
living back in New England for a bit and then came back in 21.
Yeah, before these 3 years, like, the four of us were in the acoustic lineup of the band, which has all those 60,000 releases on Bandcamp, so...
From 1962.
Yeah, yeah. They only joined in 1970, though. Like, it was a process.
So you've created this sort of image for the band. Is there a storyline to go with it?
There's a storyline to go with this album, but there's not really a story for the rest of the discography.
Okay.
Every album has its own theme, I guess you could say, but it's not like an overarching story, an overarching concept or anything like that.
Probably gonna take a minute or it'll get
And where did you record this one?
This one we recorded at Blackwell Sound in Lewiston, New York. It's a friend of ours, Tom Gorwitz, decent enough engineer, in fact, fantastic engineer. It was recorded, mixed, mastered, all there. So it's all his doing.
All right. What other bands are you guys in? You said Myth Begotten.
Yes. I'm in Myth Begotten, and then I am in The Atrocity Tourist, which is sort of a avant-garde murder ballad band that This'n and This'n are also in.
Okay.
I'm also in Grey's Anathema, which is more like slow gothic rock band with my wife. We really don't play out much, but we do stuff.
The two we've mentioned, plus I have recorded a bit in Myth Begotten with him, just studio, a bit of stray banjo and mandolin.
Okay.
Session with Steve.
Oh yeah,
Oh yeah, I have a neo-folk project I haven't touched in like 4 years. Yeah, but as I grew out of I was listening to this and I moved to New England for a bit for work and was jamming on stuff like this and wanted to keep the spirit alive when I didn't think I'd be back. And that's just solo, wonky, minor banjo stuff.
Good stuff.
And I am also the founder and frontman of Wandering Oak. And also, as they said, Atrocity Tourist, I play lead guitar in. And I have a black metal band called Helianthus with the vocalist of Feminazgul. You might be familiar with them. Yep. She's also the vocalist of Helianthus.
Shrine of Burls.
Yeah, we have that.
Oh right, yeah, I was in that too.
That's
Very incestuous scene.
Yeah, I was too. Yeah.
Helianthus is like kind of melodic black metal, kind of like Sacramentum or Dawn, but a little different aspect to it. Andy from Hubris and Harrison is the other guitarist. I don't know if you're familiar with those bands. And that's kind of more of a spread out super group all along the East Coast. And yeah, a couple other side projects that I have with some of these guys here. So yeah.
So where are you guys all located?
Most of these guys, in fact, all three of these guys are Rochester boys. I'm from Buffalo. I alternated my time between Meadville, Pennsylvania, and here for a while. So, what's up, guys? How's it going? Hello. So yeah, it's I'm mostly from Buffalo now.
Okay. And this is your CD release, obviously, here at
Yeah.
Phoenix City. Where can people get the CD?
The CD can be gotten at our shows, the physical copies. We got a limited amount for sale on our Bandcamp. The digital is also available on Bandcamp.
Where can it be myth begotten?
Where can it be?
No, I was gonna say that.
Well, if you want the myth begotten, you can just get it from this guy.
Or you can myth begetcha some Goblin Hovel over at our Bandcamp.
You are fired. I don't want to see you on stage tonight.
Now, all the stuff you have on Bandcamp up to this is pay what you want.
Yeah, yeah.
Is this one as well?
This one is paid for. Like the metal ones are paid for. It's kind of part of the ethos. The metal ones took.
The production costs.
It took a lot of money to produce the metal ones, so we kind of do need to like make the money back. But the folk ones, like I've always been of the philosophy, and like you can find this back in the day. I'm not rewriting history. In other interviews, I've said folk music belongs to the people. It shouldn't have to be sold back to them. So
Nice.
any acoustic stuff we do is always going to be free.
Yeah, but at the same time, if we can't afford to keep doing it, then we can't afford to keep
Right.
doing it.
So do give us money.
If people are so inclined to support it monetarily, then
Donations
Love
are
you guys.
welcome, but these guys said it, not me.
And where's the best place for people to follow you?
So follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Bandcamp, all the above. I think that's pretty much the extent of our social media presence. So you can do that. YouTube, you can find us on YouTube, but we don't really have a specific channel. It's just all over the place.
Some people have recorded TikToks of them painting Warhammer minis to our stuff, which, if you need Warhammer painting music for your TikToks, choose Goblin Hovel.
Which I do have a YouTube channel for that too.
Maybe you should produce miniatures of yourselves, and then
I would.
you can sell them, and people can
I
paint
would
them to your
never
music.
be so vain. These guys can do so, but I am not gonna know.
Ben's got a 3D printer.
Yeah, well,
There you
we
go.
do, yeah.
Ada can do little goblins.
Well, if it was us,
And a hovel.
if we did us as goblins and a hovel, then yeah, I might be okay. Maybe the characters from this album will do as like miniatures, but
The Gothic Kavrat board game.
yeah. Oh God, don't
Posterity,
tempt me.
You know?
I can design that, and you know it.
Ooh, I would play it.
All right, we'll play test it. Let's play test it today. Yeah.
What
On
any
stage.
other shows coming up after this?
Show's coming up after this, and I mean, there's one nebulous one in the fall, or in the spring rather, in the spring.
Yeah, we're taking a hiatus for a couple months just because this whole process leading up to tonight has been pretty grueling. But there is whisper of doing a couple dates in March, and then we were talking with you about
Studio.
doing your studio thing, which we're absolutely still
We're
down for.
stoked for. We are absolutely stoked for
That'll be
that.
really fun because I live with two guys from Haishen, and they really talked that up and had a great time.
Yeah, they've been up me too.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
All right, anything else people should know?
Anything people should know? Well, not too much. Just come see us when you can come see us. We'll keep everybody posted on our socials when we're playing, and of course, just don't forget, take care of each other out there, and run to the Hovel when you need some shelter. We'll be happy to have you.
All right, thank you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.